Hi everyone, this is Dave from Geekanoids, and this is my full review of the Audio Technica AT4050SM condenser microphone. You can see the microphone here. I've got it mounted to this arm that allows me to position it wherever I want. Now, just to run you through the setup I've got, this is obviously the microphone itself. I'll give you a closer look at that in a minute. It's connected via XLR, the cable runs down here, and then that's connected to a Tascam US600. Now the Tascam US600 is an audio interface, and it allows me to connect up to 4 XLR microphones or a mix of instruments and microphones into one box, and then that connects via USB to my Mac Pro, and you can see the Mac Pro running in the background there with GarageBand ready to record this particular microphone. Also on my desk you will see my previous microphone. I'm still keeping hold of this one because it's a stunning performer. This is the Audio Technica AT4050 USB microphone, and this connects direct into my Mac Pro via USB 2. Now I'm going to be recording on this one first, then I'm going to switch over to the AT4050SM so you get an idea of how they sound in comparison to each other, because they are at quite different price points. Now let's give you a closer look at the AT4050SM itself. This is an absolutely stunning piece of kit. In the box you purely get the microphone and a little shock mount, which you can see just here, and this makes the vibrations sort of a lot less, and it dampens any vibrations so they don't come throughout in your audio that you're recording. The pop shield that you see on the front here isn't part of the deal. That's something that I purchased separately. Now, as I mentioned, this is a cardioid condenser microphone, but it has got switchable patterns. Just on the top here you can see a switch. It's in the middle position at the moment, which means it's set to the cardioid pattern. You can also set it to omnidirectional or figure of 8, and that determines how the microphone sort of picks up sound, whether it's direct in front of it, to either side, or from all directions. But this cardioid condenser pattern works best for my studio environment. It's also got a frequency response of 20 to 18,000 Hz. There are a lot of other specifications, but I'm going to say to you, just check out the Audio Technica website for the full rundown on the specs. I mentioned this switch here. There are 2 additional switches around the back. One of them is a -10B 0 dB gain switch. The other one is a low filter cutoff switch. It mounts really nicely in this shock mount, and as I mentioned, it's an XLR connection on the top of the microphone. So let me set the recording going. I'll give you a listen to the AT2020 USB microphone first, and then I'll switch over to the AT4050SM. So this first piece of audio you're hearing playing back is now being recorded with the Audio Technica AT2020 USB microphone. You can see it sitting on my desk here. Now this is a condenser microphone. It connects straight into my Mac Pro via USB 2. And I've set the levels to round about 75% on the microphone. It's all done through the actual control panel on Mac OS X, and I'm sitting round about sort of 18 to 24 inches away from the microphone, so I'm not hunched right over the microphone. So I've now switched GarageBand over to the Audio Technica AT4050SM. So let's just pull this down into position. Now obviously I am sitting a lot closer to this. I've got it positioned sort of just in front of me, round about 6 to 8 inches away from me, and I'm going to just show you here on the Tascam US600. I've got the volume on channel 3. You can see the little LED blinking, and that's round about the 75% mark as well. So let's set this one recording. So now you are hearing the audio being recorded with the Audio Technica AT4050SM. This produces a much cleaner tone to my voice, and I've been a lot happier with the audio reproduction on this much higher end microphone. I think the control that the interface gives me obviously helps with the gain levels of the microphone, but the cleanness and the crispness of the audio reproduction is certainly very impressive. I would definitely recommend having something like a pop shield with the microphone, as that gets rid of any unwanted pops and clicks while I'm speaking. But I think it's worth absolutely every penny. If you are serious about your audio, then it's definitely worth checking out. Now, the Audio Technica AT4050SM is quite expensive. It is a big investment for you, and it's coming in at around about £595 in the UK or $700 if you're in the US. So that concludes my review. I hope you found it very useful. This is certainly a high-end piece of equipment, and I'll be bringing you a lot more coverage of this particular microphone in my future videos. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all again in the next video.